Got me falling right back.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It has been a hot minute since I have filmed anything on my YouTube channel, so please bear with me as I try and get this right, I guess. So today I'm going to film my everyday makeup routine just because I have had a lot of people ask me, and because being a mum of two, a lot of people obviously want to know how the hell I do a full face of makeup with two kids. But yeah, so if you want to know how I achieve my makeup look, then keep on watching. All right, let's go. First thing I do, I know a lot of people like to do the foundation first, but I'm a strong believer in the brows. I always do my brows first just because I do like to have that really defined brow look. So I believe that the only way you're going to get a really sleek brow is doing them first. So throughout this video I'm also going to be showing you what I use and how I use it, just so you get a better idea as well. For the brows I use the Pony Cosmetics Main Stain in Thoroughbred is the shade. Fine, I can get a more natural color looking brow with this. Brush them up so you can see where like you want that bottom line to go, and then I'll just follow the lines pretty much. That's all I do. So then I'll go in with concealer just to clean them up. And I like to use the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. And I use that in the shade Custard, which is medium 1, and I just use it on a flat brush. Pretty much follow where my brow is naturally going, and that's it. So that's it. So check out how the difference to that brow compared to that brow, just from using a bit of concealer. There you go. I like to go in with my base. So for the base primer, I like to use the Hangover primer from Too Faced just because my skin is super freaking dry, and I just rub that into my skin. And just obviously if you're using your hands to apply any sort of makeup to your face, just make sure they've been washed, because that's how you get breakouts, and we don't got time for that, ladies. We don't have time for that shit. Foundation, lately I have been loving the NARS, what's it called? Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. So this is the one I use, and I use it in the shade Fiji, which is a bit ironic because I'm Fijian. And I do like to use a dry beauty blender to apply my foundation just because I like a little bit of coverage. It depends on what kind of beauty blender you're using, I guess. This one is just a Real Techniques one you can pick up from Priceline. They're like $13 something, and they're so good. And I just use it pretty much dry. All the way down, blending down. Back to concealer, so I'm going back in with the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the same shade as before, which was Custard. And I'm just going to put it under my eyeballs, down the nose, on my big 5 head. To also add a little bit of the Instant Age Rewind from Maybelline. And this is in the shade Fair, so I think this is the lightest shade. I use it a lot, mixed in with that. And then I'm just gonna blend it out with a tiny mini beauty blender. These things are life-saving.
Got me falling right
like to use the Maybelline Master Fix translucent powder just under my eyes, just to set under the eyes because next, moving on to powder. So I like to, as I said before, I do like to have a lot of coverage, so I do use a powder on top of my foundation. I use the Hourglass powder, and it is just the Luminous Light. So as well, I do like to use a big fluffy brush and I press it into the skin. So swiping it like this is just going to move your foundation around. It's not going to do anything. You're going to get lots of patches. So I find pressing into the skin is going to give you more coverage. It's going to look so much better. Then once that's done, I move on to contouring. So I just use the Benefit Hoola, and this is just the original one, so it is pretty dark. And I just use it on that brush that it comes with and just literally dip into it, tap off the excess, and then we're just gonna go right under the cheekbone. The smallest bit goes a long way with this stuff. And then whatever's left on it, I just usually go down my nose a little bit. Then I will grab and kind of brush, and I just do a little bit on the forehead. So after I've contoured, I always like to bronze because usually I do have a fake tan on, so it is always nice to have a bit of bronzer. So I'm just going to bronze, and I'm using the Hourglass bronzer, and I can't see what this is for the life of me. I've had this for ages. I think it's Radiant Bronze Light it's called, and it is amazing. I've had this for ages as well, and I just go over everywhere that I've contoured just to give a nice glowy bronzy look. And this, so for highlight, I use the Huda Beauty 3D highlighter palette, and as you can see, this is my favorite shade, and I do tend to use a little bit of this if I do have a tan. The NARS mascara Climax. I'm really loving this stuff at the moment. I am only putting it on my bottom lashes just because I do have extensions on my lashes. So what takes me the longest when I do my makeup routine is usually my brows or my lips. But I'm just going to set those brows before I forget with the Ardell Brow Sculpting Gel. Really loving this one. So pretty much just brushing up, especially those front little hairs there. Alright, so for lips, then I've been going in with the MAC liner in Morning Coffee. I use Honey Love or Myrrh from MAC. So Honey Love is a lot lighter. I don't know if you can see it. So that's Honey Love and that's Myrrh. Let's try and put them together. So that's the difference. I'm going for Myrrh a lot more, as it's got a bit of a pink tone. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Velvet Teddy from MAC. I know a lot of people love that shade. And then because I like to give the illusion that I've got a little bit more bigger lips than what I actually do, just grab a little bit of that Maybelline concealer in Fair on a little brush, and I'm just going to pop it right in the center of my lips and blend it out. And then that's pretty much it, and I'll just color in a little bit darker on the edges. If you find that you want them like your lips a little bit more defined, I just go back in with that same brush that I used to define my brows with concealer, and you just clean up under the lips. Obviously we're going to set the face because I have a baby that loves touching my face, so makeup is just gonna slide off. So I use the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. Delicious. Yeah, just remember that I am super used to doing this. I do this every single day. It only takes me maximum 15 minutes to get my makeup done now, which is amazing. And that's it. That is literally it. So I hope that you have learnt something new, maybe a little trick that you want to try with your own makeup to spice it up a bit. If you have any questions, just message me or leave a comment below. I'll be happy to answer them for you. Also, before you go, I would super love it if you could subscribe to my channel and give this video a big thumbs up, and hopefully I'll see you on my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I hope to see you soon. Bye.